prepared with such an intense spiritual memory by the Narada, soul like Prahlada assumed, accepted that body. The way in which your body is prepared, that kind of soul only takes the body. If you understand this logic, you will be very clear about it. With what kind of memory your body is prepared, only that kind of soul chooses your body. There are millions of souls waiting for the body. Millions of bodies constantly being produced. Depends on the quality of the body and the quality of the soul. They make decision. The soul makes the decision of the quality of the body. Prahlada's body was prepared by Narada for an enlightened soul to land. When the ground was completely prepared, when the body was so pure and sattvic and energetic, simply the soul like Prahlada entered that body and assumed it. Started living in that body. So be very clear. Only 3 kshana before the birth, soul enters individual consciousness, assumes the body. Many doctors are shocked by hearing my explanation. Many doctors are trying to question medically analyzing this, that, everything. Let me be very clear. Not only I was aware of my birth, I have seen many births happening. Many births happening. And even while working in the painless delivery, I was intensely working on this painless delivery. More than 14 or 15 deliveries we have done successfully without pain. Successfully, without even a trace of pain. Doctors are shocked. How can this happen? Because the monitor is showing there should be pain. And this girl is saying, no, nothing is there, I am okay. And doctors are afraid whether to do a surgery or whether to wait without a trace of pain. More than 14 deliveries successfully happened. Now I am working very seriously on creating a system through which we will be able to reproduce the same experience in everybody. So it will be a big service to womanhood if we are successful in creating that painless delivery thing. Not only painless delivery, there is another line I am working, conscious birth. Whenever we enter into the body, we enter into coma. Because we enter into coma, we forget the purpose of us taking body. You see, according to your purpose of taking the body only, you decide your prarabdha. Prarabdha means the life force or the desire energy which is going to run this body. When I speak, because by seeing their face only I'll understand how much has gone to their head, how much has not gone. So I'll give a further explanation or I'll expand. Please understand, your eyes have got tremendous power to tell me whether you understood or not. Your very eye expression, I know whether it has gone inside or not. That's the reason when I speak, I completely look the whole audience group. Whether this side to that side or whatever it is, I'll always be covering. Because I'll see the group understanding, how much they understood. There are 3 levels. 1, sitting and not able to understand. We can always help the group. 2nd, sitting and understood. Beautiful. There is no need to help the group at all. 3rd, sitting and sleeping. And that group cannot be helped. First group which can be helped will be helped. 2nd group which does not need help, no need to help. 3rd group which can't be helped, can't be helped. So, I'll have clarity. That's the reason I always tell people not to be between me and the group. Anyhow, I'm working on the conscious birth. Means, soul when it takes the body, it will not lose the intelligence of what for it is taking birth. Before taking birth, the whole cosmic consciousness is available to you. Whole cosmic memory is available to you. And tremendous choices are available to you. You can choose whether to take birth in America or Africa or England or India or whatever it is. You can choose. The choices are available to you before taking birth. You choose your father, your mother, your place, your body, your everything you choose. But after taking birth, you forget you are chosen. Why you forget? Because you go through coma. You go through the coma. See, it's like a big energy is forced into a small body. If the settling happens in a proper way, in a very slow way, like 10 bus people can be put in this one hall, if you arrange it very properly. But if you just like that load them inside, what will happen? Each one will be beating each other, and especially Indians. And finally, not only 10 bus will not be able to put inside, even one bus will not be able to put inside. Because each one is fighting with each other. And the whole thing will be a mess. Same way, when you have to assume, enter into the body in 3 kshana, in 3 seconds, all these samskaras fight with each other so violently to enter into your body, you lose the consciousness, you enter into coma. So the prarabdha with which you came down, you forget. People ask me, how to then find out now with which prarabdha we came? Understand? Whenever you get a desire, if this area means that from Swadhisthana to Anandagandha, this area, if it feels strong energy, be very clear that is your prarabdha. That desire is your prarabdha. That is the area where prarabdha works. See, Mooladhara is nothing to do with directly prarabdha. It is agamya and sajjita. Means the big bank of karmas. Big bank of karmas. All your karmas put together is Mooladhara. It's like a storehouse. Storehouse, completely unconscious. And Anya is also again storehouse, completely conscious. It is a complete unconscious storehouse. It is complete conscious storehouse. Between the Swadhisthana and Anandagandha, if you are a healer, you know the Anandagandha area. It is around below the Anahata, above the Manipuraga. This is the area that Anandagandha. If you have done healing initiation or meditation, you must be able to know the Anandagandha. The Swadhisthana and Anandagandha is the area where you will become aware whenever your prarabdha becomes alive. Whenever prarabdha becomes alive, prarabdha means the karma or the purpose for which you assumed the body. For some people, the moment they think of the money, that area will be alive and they will be ready to run. For some people, the moment they think of sex, they will be alive, they are ready to run. For some people, when they get irritated and angry, immediately that area will be alive and they will be ready to run. Means, if you are irritated and if the irritation and anger activates the prarabdha area, you are supposed to become a politician. That is your purpose. And the peace and the joy, if that awakens, something related to spiritual or puja, homa, or peace and joy, meditation, sitting with master, you see, early morning, the moment you think, oh, Swamiji is going to come, then now the lecture will start. If this area becomes alive, active, you are a seeker. Seeking is your prarabdha. Be very clear. The moment you remember the master, if this area becomes alive and you just jump out of the bed, where the tiredness or the dullness disappears, you don't know. You are lying in the bed, rolling, suddenly one thought, hey, Swamiji is going to come. There is going to be a discourse. Class is going to be there. And simply this area becomes alive and you jump out of the bed, you don't know where the tiredness has disappeared or what happened to your dullness. then you are a seeker. If the irritation or the anger activates this area alive, always, then you are a politician. Even if you are in a business, you will work only like a politician. Means ego satisfaction will be the only criteria. You can easily be cheated if your ego is satisfied. Be very clear. If you are a politician mold, Kshatriya mold, don't be in a Vaishya, don't be in business. You will be failure in business. If you are a Brahmana mold, means the seeker. If you are in any other mold, you will be completely a loser. So this is the way to find which mold you are. If you are only the sex awakens this area, then you are the Shudra mold. Don't bother about anything, just enjoy the life, nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. And do not repent about it. This life you took just for that only. This body you took just for that. One more thing, the beauty of the Vedic rishis, they do not condemn Shudras. They do not condemn Shudras. They are given a special place. Each one is given a place. There is no condemnation. Now I made fun in a very casual way, that is different. But you are not condemned. In that level also, just be fulfilled. You see, you come to planet Earth to fulfill your prarabdha. That's all. So decide about your prarabdha and fulfill. That's all. Do not bother about anything. So the Vedic system allows you to choose your prarabdha and fulfill your prarabdha. That's all. And Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra is not nowhere related to birth. Means nowhere related to your father and mother. Your father and mother can be Brahmana and you can be Shudra. Not even Shudra, much lower than that. Your father and mother can be Shudra, but you can be Brahmana. No problem with it. So this does not mean, this is no way connected to your birth. It is no way connected from whom you took birth, how you took birth. Not from whom you took birth, with what you took birth. What you brought with you, that karma, only that decides whether you are a Brahmana or Kshatriya or Vaishya or Shudra. Brahmana means the seeker. If the spiritual things brings energy, actually you can feel it. Many times you can feel it. You can see even in your life. Just get irritated. Remember your intimate enemies. You will see how that area is burning or energetic. Or just remember something spiritual which you think is a strong spiritual subject in your life. A person or a place which has impressed you in your life. And think of money or luxury. Or think of sense pleasures, sex. Which one gives you the tremendous energy pull in this area? Means between Swadhisthana and Anandagandha. Based on that, you can decide who you are. What is the major portion in your life? Whether Brahmana attitude or Vaishya attitude, Kshatriya attitude or Shudra attitude. One thing, after deciding, do not condemn yourself. Just leave that. Suddenly you will see a Shudra who lives as a complete Shudra without having guilt or condemnation. The moment that all those karmas exhausted, simply you become a Paramahamsa. In no second either. Please understand, you do not have to go through step by step to become a Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa means a man who is beyond this four. Who is beyond this four. Paramahamsa does not have ashrama and varana. Adhyashrami is called. Adhyashrami means who does not have varna, who does not have ashrama. To become a Paramahamsa, you do not need to go through all four steps. No. To reach the sky, you don't have to go through different places. You don't have to come to the top of the Himalayas and take flight. No. Whichever city you are staying, straight away you can take the flight. You do not need to come to separate different height to take the flight to the sky. From the sky, all four are one and the same. There is no difference. There is no difference. So, live the exact karma which you brought, prarabdha. Simply you will see you became empty. The moment you became empty, you are Paramahamsa. You are great swan. Nothing to be bothered. So I am trying to work to help human kids not to forget the prarabdha. They forget the prarabdha. I can say anybody who has not become enlightened has forgotten the attitude with which they came. Be very clear, the prarabdha, because you forgot the prarabdha only, you are doing all sorts of nonsense which you don't want. Be very clear. If you work for some desire, after achieving, suddenly if you feel empty, it is not your desires, it is not your prarabdha. That is why you feel, you work, achieve. Suddenly you say, I achieved what I wanted, Swamiji, but I did not achieve what far I wanted. What you wanted, achieving is different. What far you wanted is different. If you do not feel the fulfillment after achieving, be very clear, it's not your prarabdha. It is not your prarabdha. It must be somebody else's desire you are working out. Somebody else's desire you are working out. Courage to work out your prarabdha in your life, not allowing others to live your life, not allowing others to live their life through your life is what I call Satya. Satya means the name which I give is a direct to your prarabdha. Your prarabdha only I give the name. That spiritual name which I give is directly your prarabdha. Just work out that spiritual name. That's enough. Simply you will see the prarabdha exhausts. Prarabdha disappears. See, one more thing, all of you will not be 100% Brahmana, 100% Kshatriya. There is no watertight compartment. You will be 40% Brahmana, 20% Kshatriya, 60% Shudra, something like that only will be there. Always. Which is majority. That only I give that name. Just work out the NSP name, simply your prarabdha will exhaust. Your prarabdha will disappear. The NSP name is given based on your prarabdha, who you are, with what you came. Once you exhaust your prarabdha and do not collect from Agamya and Sanchita, you no more birth, over. There is no need to have any more birth. See, you go to Kedar only because you have some work there. If you don't have a desire to see Kedar, or don't have a desire to buy some things in the Kedar, will you go there? No. Same way, unless you want to enjoy something in this planet Earth, you won't assume a body. Assuming body is not a compulsion forced on you as you think. It is a choice done by you. Be very clear, it is choice done by you. So, when you are clear of your prarabdha, you will not assume any more body. Simply assuming body is your choice. Assuming body is your choice. Whoever has not done NSP, Nityananda Spurana, try to do one Nityananda Spurana. That is all about how to leave the body consciously. How to be conscious of while leaving the body. But try to do Indian NSP, not the NSPs which I do outside the country. Outside the country, I give a short version. Because in America, even if God comes, he has to come in the weekend. If he comes in the weekdays, he will say, no, give your mail ID, we will get back to you. Nothing can be done. So that's why we have to give a short version. Do an Indian NSP. It's a very long 4-day. And not only that, in India, I don't bother to torture people. I put them to meditation. You have to sit means you have to sit. That's all. There is no question of do or die. If you die, who will do? No question of dying. You have to do, that's all. No question of this do or die and all is a nonsense. Do or die is a foolish thing. No question of dying. If you die, who will do? You have to do, that's all. Do. There is no choice. Even if you have to die, we will not leave you. We won't leave you. It's a very, in India, atmosphere is very different. 18 to 20 hours people will be made to meditate, and I don't care whether you are hurt or all this nonsense. Do means do. If you are having knee pain, after 4 days we will take care of healing. That's all. Now, no question of talking. But in America I can't do this because people are trained for a different mental setup. The moment, forget about knee pain. Even if they visualize or imagine they have knee pain, that's all. Swamiji, I am this, I am that, I think I have to go to an emergency room. Anyhow, nothing can be done. Huh? And moreover, they are trained with that mental setup. You see, the insurance fellows, they know unless people are in fear, they will not have their business. So they constantly work to promote fear. Whole Western culture is living inside fear. Please understand, people who are in India, more than 90% do not have even life insurance. Forget about medical insurance. Even life insurance. Here I can say, I can tell now, Indians, please, who don't have a life insurance, medical insurance, raise your hand. 99% of Indians will not have life or medical insurance. We don't even think about it. Can you imagine this in America? Can your car run without insurance? Unless you are kept in fear, you will not insure. So that country, the insurance companies are spending millions of dollars, billions of dollars to keep you in fear. The whole country is kept in fear. Understand? The whole country is kept in fear. All the countries which are ruled by insurance companies are kept in fear. And these idiots don't know, for their money's sake, what big conspiracy they are doing against the human consciousness. If at all God sends somebody and eats away all the insurance companies, the planet Earth will be saved. No, really, insurance companies and the food marketing agency, insurance companies serve the whole society and live a luxurious life for themselves. That's all. That's all. Each one is 10 phases are there. Na? One is car insurance, one is medical insurance, one is the life insurance. The 10 phases are Ravana. That's all. Understand? See, insurance, as in the physical level, it may do some good when you have an accident, when you have some injury, they may support you. But consciously, what they do to make you insure is a serious conspiracy, damage to your consciousness. Constantly reminding you about the fear. Constantly keeping you in fear. I can tell you, when you are constantly kept in fear, you create self-fulfilling prophecies. Self-fulfilling prophecy means you create a desire or a fear which has got enough power to fulfill itself. Anything created in your deeper consciousness has got a power to fulfill itself. So when you are kept in a deep fear, anything created in the deep fear consciousness has got power to fulfill itself. Forget about life insurance, death insurance, car insurance and all those things. See the sadhus and mahatmas living in these Himalayas. See sadhus and mahatmas, see the people who are living in these Himalayas, Garhwal area. Can they think of any insurance? And see their life. See their life. Anyhow.
Swamiji, there are other fears like being sued, losing a job, losing a spouse.
See, one thing, all these things, who are responsible? People who created the social structure, they are responsible. If you are kept in all this fear, only then you can be ruled. You understand? Only then you can be ruled. Let me be one more thing. In this country, in this Garhwal area itself, I can say, at least I can show you 100,000 people who do not know the name of the Prime Minister or President of this country. Who do not even know the names of the Prime Minister or President of this country. Who do not even know whether this country is a democratic or autocratic or whether it is a communist. Who do not even know all this system. Who do not even know all this system. Means politics has not penetrated the core of this country. But he will know who is his Jagat Guru, who is his Kuladevata, who is the Rishi who he belongs to. If you ask him which Gotra he belongs to, he will tell, my Gotra is this, my Rishi is this, my Kuladevata is this, my tradition is this, my family is this. The spirituality has penetrated the core of this country, not the political system. I tell you, first thing, unless you are kept in fear, you can't be ruled. So that is the reason you are constantly kept in fear. One thing, the possibility of losing the wife or losing the car or losing the job or getting sued, it is not that it does not exist in this country. You think here people who are having car, they never lose their car? People who are here, they don't fall sick. People who are here, they don't die. Everything happens. But that is not inserted into your consciousness so much. Constantly you are not reminded, taught about that. See, the incident which happens at one time somewhere, that is not given a position to rule your whole life. Now, constantly only that rules your life. That is what I say is your consciousness being damaged. I do not prescribe one system for whole universe, but I can say one thing. Surely the system with which they are living, so much of fear and depression, is not good for human consciousness. Now all I am saying, all I am trying to tell you is, please be very clear, constant fear, you being kept in constant fear is not the lifestyle which is required for you. Liberate yourself from that constant fear. That is what all I mean. Find out wherever you have the problems, difficulties, and liberate yourself. That is what I mean. I don't mean to criticize any lifestyle or structure or any living thing or all those things. All I mean is to remove that kind of fear consciousness, liberate yourself from the fear consciousness. That's all I mean.